community representatives. And from abroad, Korea's make nuclear bridge after summits. Hello viewers, these are the headlines. I'm Addis Ababa. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has held discussion with community representatives of southern nations, nationalities and the peoples in Hawassa. Mohamed Noura presents.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed discussed with representatives of the southern nations, nationalities and peoples in Hawassa town. The participants appreciated the ruling party and its leadership for peaceful power transfer, which they call an act of saving the country from irreversible and disastrous crisis. They have also commented about peace and security, lack of good governance, democratization process, infrastructure access, youth and women rights and benefit, strengthening unity and agriculture product market access. The speech you have made on Parliament is united us. You have reconciled us with your speech on various stages. You have created hope in us. We would stand by your side to realize this hope, he said.
ትልቁ የሚበልጠው ነገር ሰላም ነው። ሰላም በትንሹ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ በደረገ ጊዜ እኛ እድሜያችን ባየነው አይነት በእውነት እጅግ አሳዝኖን ነበር።
Peace is above anything. We concerned about security problem occurred in our country recently. After you coming to power, security restored to our country. Now you should work on our national unity. We should promote exemplary experience of southern nations on peaceful coexistence, he said.
ለመሬቱን ማመቻቸት የሚችሉትን እንዲወዳደሩ እንዲፎካከሩ ማድረግ ቀጣይ ተግባራዊ ይሆን ዘንድ እመኛለሁ።
Your view about political parties is good. I hope you would further enhance your relation with contesting parties. If we unite, we can transform our country, he said. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed addressing the public said, people of the country should nurture and promote indigenous democratic culture to build sustainable and strong democracy.
የዲሞክራሲ ምንጭና ባለቤት ህዝብ ነው። ዴሞክራሲን ከፓርቲ እየጨለፈን
You have raised about democratic system building and called us to enhance democratization. It is a good idea, but democratic system should be built by the people. People should be source and owner of democracy. If we expect democracy from political parties, we can't build strong and sustainable democratic system. So we should make it our culture, he said. According to the Premier, leaders' office time would be limited to promote culture power transfer. Dr. Abiy called on people of the country to promote love and good culture of peaceful coexistence to solve inter-ethnic conflicts and ensure sustainable peace and security as well as strengthen national unity. The Premier said his government is committed to treat idea difference with tolerance and work with contesting political parties.
አማራጭ ሐሳብ ያለው በሰላማዊ መንገድ በሐሳብ ብልጫ ኢትዮጵያ ማሸጋገር የሚፈልግ ማንኛውም ግለሰብም ይሁን ቡድን
anybody who believes that he or she have alternative idea to develop and transform the country and believe in peaceful struggle and struggle personally or in an organized manner, their country would welcome them. There should be many alternative ideas in the country about the intended change, he said. Fight against corruption, which the country in crisis. He called on the public to stand by the side of government in this regard. Addressing questions raised concerning youth and women rights and benefit, the Premier said the government would work to solve youth unemployment through enhancing the youth skill and developing culture of creating own job.
የሴቶች ጉዳይ ካሁን በኋላ ሴቶች ባያነሱት ባይጠይቁት ደስ ይለኛል። ወንዶች
I believe women's rights and benefits should be concern of men because we are paying cost of ignoring them together. A country where over half of population ignored can't develop. We should take this issue seriously, he said. The Premier promised to address infrastructure, investment and other development questions of the public with well-stated plan and strategy. He called on people of the country to stand by the government so that it implement what it has planned and promised.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs said United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights official visit to Ethiopia was successful in all aspects. Spokesperson of the ministry, Mallas Alam, disclosed that an agreement has been signed to open Human Rights Commission office in Finfinne City. Sorcha Gabanech has the story.
United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Zeid Ra'ad Al-Hussein, discussed with Ethiopian Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Worqeneh Gabayyo, Speaker of the House of People's Representative Mufariat Kamil, Oromian Regional Government officials, Abba Gadas, and with Addis Ababa University students. Commissioner visited Finfinne City and other parts of the country and discussed with different parts of the society. A spokesperson of Ethiopian Foreign Affairs, Mallas Alam, said the Commissioner realized the beginning of new chapter of democracy in Ethiopia in his discussion with Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed.
ከኢፌድሪ ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትር ክቡር ዶክተር አብይ አህመድ ጋር ባደረጉት ውይይት ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ አዲስ የዲሞክራሲ
On the discussion with Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, he witnessed that a beginning of new chapter of democracy, and during his visit in Finfinne City and other areas, he told us he has realized the people are full of hope and joyful with the Prime Minister.
Mallas Alam stated that the current visit of the Commissioner, his second visit of Ethiopia, and the discussion he made with different society in Finfinne City and other areas make the current visit of the Commissioner special. As Mallas Alam stated, the Commissioner has understood the country's long-standing culture with democracy during his discussion with Abba Gadas in Bishoftu Town. As Mallas Alam told the media, Commissioner Zeid Ra'ad said the new Prime Minister has dealt with huge public question and he is expected to work hard to answer the public demand. Mallas Alam added the United Nations Human Rights High Commissioner was also discussed with African Union Commission Commissioner Musa Faki Mahamoud and stated that human rights issues should be treated seriously as it is the issue of democracy, development and peace. Mallas Alam stated the UN Human Rights Commission has agreed to open his Horn Africa's and East African branch office in Finfinne City.
የተባበሩት መንግስታት ድርጅት የሰብአዊ መብት ኮሚሽን የምስራቅ አፍሪካ
We have signed an agreement to open a branch office of United Nations Human Rights Commission for East and Horn Africa in Finfinne.
The new branch office is expected to address 17 East and Horn African countries.
Mayor of Finfinne City Administration, Dirriba Kumar, said due attention has been given on the special benefit of Oromia from Finfinne City. Second regular session of 5th working year of the City Council has been concluded, approving different appointments. Fakad Brano has the detail.
The second meeting of 5th year Finfinne City Council has concluded its discussion. Mayor of Finfinne City, Dirriba Kumar, said the role of the city's council can play a great role in order to solve the residents' problems and to fasten the city's development.
We have discussed with the council to initiate the participation of them in the city's development in order to long-standing problems. Therefore, we have agreed upon encourage and give necessary support for them.
Dirriba stressed that his city's administration has been working to solve problems related to farmland of Oromo farmers.
We have registered more than 5,000 farmers. We are working to solve the problem of all farmers.
He adds that the city administration has been working to respond to the question of special benefit of Oromia from Finfinne City.
Starting from this year, we are planned to launch TV transmission in Afan Oromo. We have also ready to answer different rights that our region should get from the city.
The mayor underscored that works have been underway to solve scarcity of drinking water of towns surrounding Finfinne.
We have allocated 7 million to solve the scarcity of water. We have already agreed with Oromia Water Enterprise to start the work.
The meeting has been winded up with appointment of new officials.
እንዲሁም ህግንና አሰራርን መሰረት በማድረግ ስራዬን እንደምፈጽም ቃል እገባለሁ።
Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development said the country has not been benefiting from its livestock resources. A discussion has held on how to wisely use more than $100 million loan offered by World Bank for the Livestock and Fishery Development Program. Noms Admasu presents.
Launching workshop of livestock and fisheries sector development project held at Bishoftu Town by Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock with governmental and non-governmental stakeholders. On the opening remark on behalf of Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, Professor Fikadu Bayene stated that agriculture is a dominant sector contributing significantly to economic growth and poverty reduction of Ethiopia. According to Professor Fikadu, Ethiopia has the largest livestock population in Africa and the fifth largest in the world. He added that in spite of the potential, food, nutrition and livelihood securities remain a challenge for many householders. Professor Fikadu Bayene announced that Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia has entered into a financing agreement of $170 million with the International Development Association to implement the livestock and fisheries sector development project. As he mentioned, 58 waradas have been selected from 6 regional states: Oromia, Amhara, Tigray, Southern Nations, Nationalities and Peoples, Gambela and Benshangul Gumuz for the project implementation due to huge potential existence. He also mentioned the project's aim, focus areas and the beneficiaries.
The Livestock and the Fisheries Sector Development Project is an investment project aiming at enhancing livestock and the fisheries productivity and the commercialization in Ethiopia. The project focuses on supporting and boosting the growth and transformation of about 1.2 million households and processors in 58 waradas in the highlands with big livestock potential in selected value chains.
World Bank Ethiopia Country Office Acting Country Manager Mr. Paul Jonathan Martin, for his part, remarked that the project is the first of its kind, focusing on the mixed farming systems in the central highlands of Ethiopia, where crop and livestock production are equally important. He underlined that huge job opportunities would be created under the new project.
Driven by population growth, increasing urbanization and incomes, domestic demand for meat, dairy, eggs and fish is expected to increase significantly and rapidly. As a result, the livestock and fisheries sectors have immense potential to create business opportunities, including for youth and women, and the project is designed to support the government's policy of mainstreaming the participation of women and youth.
On the other hand, Food and Agriculture Organization representative in Ethiopia, Mrs. Fatuma Said, stated that the organization is honored to have been actively involved in the project's formulation. Mrs. Fatuma also expressed that the Food and Agriculture Organization has already approved a technical cooperation facility to work with the ministry and the project coordination unit.
FAO is particularly pleased with the fact that the project will primarily focus on smallholder producers and will pay special attention to women-headed households and unemployed rural youth in all interventions areas. Livestock is estimated to contribute to over 40% of greenhouse gas emission in Ethiopia.
After the project components and implementation arrangements and strategic approach and also transformational approach of livestock and fisheries sector development project presented detailed discussion held on the project. Different participants from regional states expressed their readiness to properly implement the project.
The news comes to you from OBN. Let's proceed to foreign news. The leaders of North and South Korea have agreed to work to rid the peninsula of nuclear weapons after holding historic summit. The announcement was made by the North's Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae-in in South of Korea after talks at the border. The two also agreed to push towards turning the armistice that ended the Korea War in 1953 into a peace treaty this year. It comes just months after warlike rhetoric from the North Korea. Following discussions at the summit on Friday, Mr. Kim said that both leaders had agreed to coordinate closely to ensure that there was not a repeat of the region's unfortunate history in which previous progress had faded out, the BBC reported. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and have a nice time with the remaining OBN Voice of the People's programs.